Hi there, and welcome to another session of Business Studies with me, Vishwanath Sir, for the 11th standard. If you see, whatever we did so far, we covered various aspects, right from what was the evolution of business, what was the evolution of trade in India, and how we progressed. What were the different forms of business organizations, what were the pluses, what were the minuses. We also went into the emerging modes of business, and besides this, we also did what are the different sources of finance which is going to be useful to the business at large. This and much more, and we also covered some various management aspects where we took certain famous personalities in business, outside business also, so you understand the psyche of these people. So to understand the psyche and the mind of these people is a very important aspect which you will learn. Okay, it is not just learning your business concepts, but you have to learn the whole outside concept also. So we did about famous personality, we spoke about certain interesting organizations, okay, and how we saw their progress going ahead. Okay, and there is a certain reason why these organizations and these individual personalities have climbed to the top, simply because there was something really exceptional in them, or they followed certain rules and regulations, or certain mantras which helped them in the course of business. So business is not just restricted to buying and selling. You have to be very careful about what is going out in the outside world. The government policies, the competitors, how they are dealing with. So you have to be wide awake, okay? You have to be 2 steps ahead of everything. You have to keep your plan ready. For that reason, we have something which is known as a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis basically means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. All individuals, all organizations should always be looking at this aspect, because you have to strengthen your strengths, you have to reduce your weaknesses, you have to seek for opportunity, and you have to thwart your threats. So this is a very important aspect in business, and these are certain few things which we shall be learning on, and these are the things which will be beneficial for you, okay, not only from this point not only from the point of view of your studies, but from your point of view of your personal development. So today's chapter, what we take up would be something in relation to a reason what is very important in India. See, if you're seeing, our main focus always is on the rural sector, and for that reason the rural sector is that particular sector which is on a small scale basis. So small businesses are something which need to be looked after, okay, rather than directly jumping into the big businesses. The small businesses are something where you need to venture out, because a majority or the mass population yet dwells in this particular region. So I take up this chapter which is called small business. We shall go in a very leisurely pace, because we need to understand certain concepts very well. Okay, so first let me go through the introduction. The name of the chapter is small business. Micro, small and medium enterprises. That is, you'll hear this term very often if you read the financial newspapers. That is MSME. That is micro, small and medium enterprises, has been recognized as an engine of growth all over the world. Okay, you start off with a small thing. Many businesses, if you see, many startups have started in garages, okay, because they didn't have any other space. So they use their garages for the best or the optimum utilization of the resources available to them. The MSME generate employment and contribute to the economic development of a country. It is but naturally, when you are trying to engage yourself in business, you are self-employed. Not only that, you will employ the other people as your business grows. So you are providing a lot of employment opportunity. Once employment opportunity is followed, it's followed by a country which develops. There is economic growth. Okay, the GDP of the country rises. So everything is on the rise. People are spending. If people are spending, the producer will produce more. His profits will increase. He'll reap that profits again. He'll expand his business. Okay, so this is going to be a roundabout process which will work. Okay, so developing these small businesses, small, micro and medium enterprises is a boon to the entire nation. What do we look at here? Low investment, operational flexibility, location-wise mobility and import substitutions are the characteristics of micro, small and medium enterprises. So what do? You don't require a very huge amount of investment as compared to the huge business houses, the huge business giants. You do not need you do not need a huge amount of capital. It all starts with a small base. Imagine thousands of people starting with a small base is equivalent to one large organization. Okay, so here is something which they look into. The significance of medium, micro and small enterprises is fostering new entrepreneurship is well recognized. Okay, so it is booming and people are recognizing it simply for the fact that we are understanding things better. It is useful to us all over. This is because most entrepreneurs start their business from a small unit and provides them with an opportunity to harness their skills and talents. Dhirubhai Ambani didn't start off with crores. He started off with a few thousands of rupees and then he made it big. He was first into trading, then he went into manufacturing, then he went into expansion. So he is a different story altogether. You also have to start from scratch. You have to start from small things. It could be working from home. This situation, the COVID situation, has taught us a lot of things. It is possible now for people to work at home. Okay, and these enterprises, these small enterprises will always have a home base. They will operate from home. Now that is going to be the order of the day in the days to come, in the months to come, in the years to come, where people will now find it possible that they can operate from home and earn. Okay, so this is where this is what you have to look out for. And what happens is that you innovate, you transform the ideas into goods and services, and finally nurture it into a larger unit. So it's not overnight. It has to develop over a period of time. And once it is developed over a period of time, you are bound to achieve success. Over the years, the small scale sector in India has progressed from the production of consumer goods to manufacturing sophisticated and precision items like electronic control systems. Okay, so our progress has been gradual, our progress has been good. Okay, we have encountered many problems, but we have overcome them. That is the beauty of Indian entrepreneurs. Now there are control systems which we are electronic control systems, microwave components, electro medical equipments, all these and much more, and these are being exported to other countries also. So people have now recognized the worth of India in their countries. So going on from here, the process of economic liberalization and the market reforms has further exposed these enterprises to increase their levels of domestic and global competition. So 1991 we regard a year as a breakthrough year where the process of LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization started. And this gave an impetus to many businesses. Okay, they thought that they could make it big, and they have made it big in this process. Okay. The concept of entrepreneurship is arising widely. More and more people desire to start their own ventures and become successful entrepreneurs. Each day, new organizations are set up with unique ideas. Okay, the ideas, the way of thinking is completely different. They start off with a very small base, and this small base, they create a demand, they create a marketing aspect for it, and then it grows further. So the ideas are flowing. There are new goods and services, okay, which are coming into the market. The government and the private sector giants are also supporting and motivating this talented generation of today to be the entrepreneurs by organizing various training programs, launching different schemes for funding their business plans. So they have got the support now of the government as well as of the large business organization, because this is a boon to the large business organization if these small units develop and they are of some help to it. In fact, many of them become their ancillary units in some time to come. Okay, so this is something which needs to be going on. And in the earlier days, the family used to inherit business, but today there are so many opportunities for the first time entrepreneurs, and this is what we need to study in detail. But before we study anything in detail, we need to know who is an entrepreneur. Okay, so an entrepreneur is a businessman only. Okay, he has an idea, he takes the risk, he innovates, he creates a new enterprise, he exploits his innovative ideas and converts them into gainful opportunities. Okay, and he does this by accepting risk and uncertainty. Okay, the process of creating an enterprise is known as entrepreneurship. It can be a startup or any other organization. So this is something which we need to know. Okay, from here I go into a very small thing which is known as entrepreneurship development, details of which we could take up in the next turn. Okay, so what is entrepreneur development? It is basically countries like India need a lot of employment opportunities, but the government alone cannot create it. And because the government cannot create it, it provides them business atmosphere to do so. And when they do so, they provide employment not only to themselves, but to the others also. With the support of the private organization, the government is continuously developing entrepreneurship development programs so that it is viable for the business atmosphere to be created. Okay, so this is something which you need to do, need to read about what is going on in this world of entrepreneurship, which is how the business takes up, how new ideas are coming up, how things are developing, and how things are developing for the best, where employment opportunities are there, where growth is there, where economic progress of a country is there. These are certain concepts which you need to know at the core. Okay, once you come to know at the core, it is better for you to understand in this case. Okay, this is Vishwanath sir signing off. Thank you so much. I shall be back in the next turn and continuing from here thereon. Thank you.